I'm just acting Chicallywood.
One of the pitfalls, especially for, I would say males as well as females, but especially females, have morals about what you want to do. It is okay to say no. And I don't take every role that's been given to me because I have the choice of saying no. Do not lower yourself in any type of manner in order to be a star. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because for one thing, once you get caught up in it, you can't stop. You can't stop because what's it going to say is like, remember that time you did, remember?
That suspect role that you had.
Because and stop sleeping with all these directors, man. Don't sleep with no directors.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to sleep with them. Not for no part.
Yeah. The one thing I've learned in this business is never whore out your talent.
No.
Because I've been in so many situations where I could took advantage of things, but because I've been blessed genuinely to be able to move and operate the way I can. Right. And that comes with a certain amount of discipline, and I don't want to be ever in a situation where I depreciated the value of my talent, because God's blessed me tremendously. So with that being said, let me ask you this. Since you've done film, you've also done commercials.
Yes.
How do they compare and contrast?
Well, commercials, I put that up there with film and television because you get to do it over and over and over and over again. Unlike theater, one time. But what contrasts is just a different type of cat.
Yeah.
Meaning is a Siamese cat, black cat, house cat, domestic cat.
Yeah.
Still a cat.
It's pretty chill considering, in my opinion, it seems like it's a lot more chill. It's not too much concerning like when you're doing a movie. It's like it could be a lot more of a hands-on approach, correct? Versus doing a commercial is like maybe 1 or 2 days, depending.
I think I did a commercial for 2 days.
Okay.
It was a Madison. It was a Ho-Chunk Casino Madison. And I did a commercial for 2 different days, but it was 4 different scripts.
Okay.
And so it was kind of tedious because in 2 of the commercials, I was like one of the main characters. And I said, yeah, but when you are playing craps and you're doing this, and I had to know all of this oh man, it drives me crazy.
You know how many people called me that because they said they saw a commercial that you were in. I think it was a commercial about like getting like vaccinated or something like that. I think it was.
Yeah.
And people would call me like, "Is this the guy that you worked with? Is this Chris Greer?" And I was just like, "Yeah, that is him." So it's so dope to see people, like you, to basically get their flowers when you put in all this work, you put all this effort, and you've trained your talent in a way where people are starting to recognize it. I thought that was super dope. That people would call me and be like, "Is this the guy that was in one of your films?" I said, "Yes, it was." That's definitely what's up. How do you how do you basically move in this industry far as, I know it could be very aggressive and it could be very time consuming, but how do you keep your peace?
How do I keep my peace? I got a story. I hope that I can tell it quickly. Back when I think it was the election between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, I did a small little film called Otis's Dream. Otis's Dream was released. It was a film that was about voting rights for Black people. That film was released on a Thursday, the Thursday right before the election, because it was sent out to like 500 different churches in order to motivate people to vote.
Yeah.
And that movie was actually instrumental in turning Georgia Democratic, in which Warnock got in, and a lot of other things. It was very pivotal. Pivotal. I'm making words up. Pivotal when it came to that election. So that was Thursday. One of my boys called me up from Daytona Beach. I went to college with.
Okay.
He said, "Chris, man, you on TV, man." I'm like, okay. You know, I've done like over 80 projects.
Yeah.
Whether it's film, commercials, TV.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He said, "Man, you on MSNBC with Joy Reid." And I was like, "What?" So I turned it on, and there it is. Joy Reid was talking about Otis's Dream. This is that Thursday.
Wow.
Friday, I got another call from somebody else, out of the state, of course. They said, "Chris, man, you on CNN, man." I was like, "What?" So I turned to CNN. It was over. So I was like, I guess I got to take your word for it because I didn't see it. That Sunday, Reverend Dr. Otis Moss, the great grandson of Otis Moss Sr., who is the pastor of Trinity Church on 95th Street in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was being interviewed by Oprah Winfrey concerning the film. And so Oprah was explaining, this is the reason why I vote. This man walked 18 miles, got turned away 3 times in order to vote. And that is the reason why I vote. And so she's told this story like at least 3 times. Now, this particular time she was telling this story, it was, I think it was from when they were doing a Rock the Vote thing. And she told that story again. And this time on Super Soul Sunday, she showed a clip and she said, they made a movie. You know how Oprah talks. They made a wonderful movie called Otis's Dream. And I looked at the screen and it was me on the screen. Oprah was talking about me. I was like, wow. Oprah know who I am.
That's dope.
That is super dope.
Yeah.
So that was that Sunday. Now that Monday, I did something that was called divorce court. This particular divorce court, shout out to Kay Dixon. This divorce court, this was during the pandemic. And so divorce court was not getting the influx of people to be on the show.
Yeah.
So they started reaching out to people. And so we kind of like came up with a story.
Okay.
On divorce court. And it ended up being so good that it was the first and only 2-part divorce court in history. It was nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award.
Yeah.
And it went on for 2 days, that Monday and that Tuesday. It was during Sweeps Week, which is when the networks put out their best stuff.
Yeah.
Now, here's the caveat. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, over 800 million people had seen this face. And I had $26 in my pocket. That's how I keep... That's how I keep humble. That's what keeps me like... keeps this head intact.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a beautiful story because you know
it's a long one.
But it's yours and it's true. It's your truths. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't take that away from you because I know your story is more inspiring in a sense of having people, because there's so many people that's trying to approach this business. And, you know, it's a facade of some people feel like, oh, well, I just saw you in a commercial. I just saw you on TV. So I know you got $1 million. Loan me $200.
Right. Don't compare your career and your life to my highlight reel.
That's a good saying.
I had a lot of lean days. You have to remember this. I am a SAG actor with the Screen Actors Guild. We were on strike for 17 weeks. That means There was no Chicago Med going on. I couldn't do that. Couldn't do Chicago PD. Couldn't do Chicago Fire. Everything in Chicago that was paying money was shut down.
Wow.
I had to still push myself. Even though no one was filming and paying, I still had to push myself. So I did projects that I wasn't getting paid for in order to keep moving.
I'm just acting Chicallywood.